Yo, what's going on, bro?
Yo, what's up? Hello.
How you doing, man?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm doing okay. Yeah, your document's very insightful. It's very helpful, actually. I'll pin it.
Yeah,
Wow.
I try. There is still a lot missing, and there's still that we could have said. But thing is, a lot of information has not been really
Yeah,
revealed
yeah, yeah,
in
for sure.
NC, so I don't wanna. I'm just trying always to be as accurate as possible. So this is like a
A work in progress.
yeah.
No, it's useful. I'm sure. I mean, there's a lot of info on just how to make an account and everything, so people can use that too. I do want to ask you about the Godstone thing because it seemed like you kind of went a bit more in on that. And then I guess, yeah, just maybe the currency thing and then the free to play experience. I'm just curious about a lot. It's actually super
Just
insightful.
ask away. I literally just woke up from a nap and I was working all day long on Discord stuff, Aion stuff, and I got a little bit tired, so I just took a nap.
So do you run that Discord? Are you part of the Discord?
I am one of the moderator teams, like admin teams.
Okay.
One of the owners, let's say that.
Got you. Is there any useful info in the Discord? Should I plug the Discord?
Bro, the Discord is full of information. Like I
Okay.
have been translating literally every single document, every single
Okay.
stream, anything that comes up, regardless if it's in whatever language, we have been translating and providing the information.
Okay. You have an invite link? I think can I
Yeah,
drop?
I have one that doesn't expire. Let me
Sure.
just
You want to DM it to me and I'll drop it in the chat. They can
yeah.
join.
Yeah, I'll do that. Yeah. And we also have like officials, from NC Taiwan in the Discord and NC America. So it's
Perfect.
definitely a place
Legit
to be.
Discord. Got you. Guys, here's the
Yeah.
Discord. Join the Discord, guys. If you want to join the Discord, it's the place to be. Wait, how do you pronounce the other currency? Not Kina. Kuna. Okay, and that's just like you play Lost Ark or no at all?
I dabbed in most of the MMOs, but usually I'd end up playing just for a few days.
Sure.
I've been playing Aion for like 17 years, close beta career.
But do you still play today or not anymore?
Plus. You mean Aion 1?
Yeah.
Bro, I've been playing Aion 1 every single day for the past, as I said, 17 years. I have 100 hours in it.
Wait, did you play Aion? Did you play Aion Classic or no?
I play Aion Classic, of course.
Damn.
I'm in all regions. I'm also the official Euro partner from Gameforge, who is the
publisher. Yeah. Damn. All right.
So I'm deep in it.
Yeah, you're deep.
Aion, but I also suck in every other game.
Yeah, no, you're like me, bro. You're deep. Yeah, that's fire.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. We can get lots of info then. All right. I'm actually excited to talk to you. I kind of want to learn more.
Yeah, ask away. I'll try my best to give you an answer, and if I don't know, I'll tell you straight away that I don't know. I will
sure, of course. I get you're not gonna know everything. It's a different game.
Yeah,
but maybe there's some translation stuff. Okay, so you said Kuna. Am I saying that right? What was it?
Kuna, yes. Kina and Kuna, yes.
Yeah, so that's the currency that you can exchange Kina for, right? And that's and can that currency be? What is that used for? Anything in the shop traditionally, or is it just certain things? What do you use that currency for?
Okay, so the Kuna is obviously, as you just also mentioned as well, it's a shop currency.
Yeah.
NCSoft for the past 30 years they have been kind of sneaking away with weird systems. So they have over there in Aion 1 they have like 3 different currencies. So you would buy the first one to exchange it to like a pre-shop currency, then you buy the shop currency, and so on, and you had like 3 different exchange rates.
Holy
then
fuck.
you end up with Kuna at a point. So finally they got rid of that bullshit. Now you buy Kuna straight away. So the Kuna currency is what you're gonna whale on, what you're gonna buy straight away in the shop.
Okay.
But you do need the first subscription to be able to exchange the Kuna to Kina and the Kina to Kuna.
Okay. So you can't even exchange unless you get it. I see. Okay.
Exactly. And in-game, you can, like, the in-game currency is Kina for anything and everything. And the broker is also Kina, which is the in-game currency. Yeah. But again, then players have to, so it's not a system, it's like player driven. So the players need to farm the Kina, put it in. You can do it in bulks with 100K, 1 million, and 10 million. And then they can literally say how much they want for it. And it's gonna, like, obviously, the price is gonna range in a certain way after a while. And yeah, then people who don't want to be grinding in game can go ahead, buy the Kina from those players, like legally RMT, which is the biggest shit ever, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
And and then they can use the Kina for the game.
And then how do you farm Kina? Like, how do you go? Because like you said something about dungeon entries, but I thought dungeon entries were locked. You can there's spots in the dungeons to farm. I know you said some boss dungeons were locked, right? But like, Do you just go into dungeons, and how do you farm traditionally in this game?
Okay, I want to make this clear before I continue.
Sure.
NCSoft has been changing their systems and explanations from day one. Like they would say one thing and like literally 2 days later, it would be something else. Or they would announce something and then when they announce the actual system, it would be something else. So I just want to make clear that even to this moment, there are things that might change before the game comes out.
Okay.
So
yeah, it's all based on
keep that
Sure, sure,
in your mind by the basically. But the way Akina works is due to the bot issue, they're trying. I mean, you can't really stop bots anyways in games, in my opinion, but that's a different story. So what they're trying to do is they are definitely saying, or they have been saying, that the drop rate is really high. According to the FGT and all the testers and everything, if you look at the streams, whenever they would kill something, you could see the range of Kina that is being dropping in game.
Okay.
So the amount that you drop outside is definitely more limited than you drop in dungeons. Now, about your questions with dungeons being limited, yes, all dungeons are technically limited, but it's only the ability, like in Throne Liberty, of looting the final bosses that is limited. You can still enter in every dungeon as many times as you want, and you can grind the mobs to grind Kina. So technically, I would say that if somebody just wants to play the game as free to play as possible, he could technically make like a DPS class, enter the dungeons or the solo dungeons or whatever, and just grind the mobs inside the dungeons, because NCSoft claimed it themselves that the drop rates and everything inside dungeons is much higher, and the mobs inside dungeons were giving between 10k to 25k Kina, which is kind of not bad comparison, you know, if you're getting that amount from each mob. And also you get like the resources that you need, the mana stones, enchantment stones and everything. So it's definitely not a bad thing.
You get other stuff other than just Kina as well.
Of course, yeah. You get like gear pieces and everything in there.
And so in Aion 1, is it Aion or Aion? I've always called it Aion. Am I just saying this wrong the entire time as a kid? Like I've always said Aion. Am I just wrong?
Well, lore-wise, it's actually Aion.
I'm cooked. Okay.
Like Aion. So, yeah, I mean, probably people don't really care about the lore. I get that, but no, Aion is like the god of the like the world Atreya. So that's kind of where it's from. Got
you. Okay, so in Aion 1, is that the main source of Kina, just grinding mobs and shit, like clearing dungeons?
Oh, bro. In Aion 1, it was, you were lucky if you had Kina, without having to RMT that stuff.
Really? It was tough.
Aion 1, I don't really want to go with that deep
Yeah, sure. It. Okay, so this is a different system then?
Yeah. No, it's just Aion 1 is just like, so for me, I can tell you, I'm fortunate that I have a good job and stuff, so I was able to afford it, but in original Aion OG, I would be randomly spending like $400 in a weekend.
No, listen, bro, I play Lost Ark. You don't need to tell me I play.
Exactly. So what they would do is they give you lucky boxes and drop boxes and whatever. So you would mostly rely on, like, the gameplay would be, oh, the next event is coming, or the next event is coming, and you would be just running on events. And
okay, got you. So it was hard to get currency then. So what? Your understanding though, why would they let you? Did they say anywhere that they would let you farm dungeons and earn Kina without a lockout? Yes. They did say that.
They did say that. Yeah.
So you could just.
They've been.
So what? So
continue repeating it basically.
Yeah. So what about the inflation though? Aren't they worried about people just infinitely farming?
Well, that's literally what I'm referring to, because in Aion 1, you're like, I'm not saying you couldn't make Kina. Of course, you could make like 100 million or whatever per week, but you could even make like 1 billion if you had the know-how. But the thing is, due to the inflation, 100 million was literally nothing. You know what I mean? So that was the difference. And I'm assuming so far from what I've seen, sadly, it doesn't look like they have learned their lesson.
Yeah, so you think inflation is going to be crazy for sure?
I think inflation is going to go crazy. I think the first 3 weeks at least, or a month, or the month or two, will have kind of a control over it, because we have all these whales coming in who just don't want to be spending 2 hours grinding. They will just go ahead and buy anything that is in the broker, like Kina and Kuna wise, right? Now, when that happens, obviously the price of the kuna is going to go high at the beginning, and then obviously, I mean, you know how stocks work, I'm assuming, you know, then afterwards it will just settle down a little bit. But it's just going to be too many people willing to invest, which is the reason why the price is going to rather stop.
But they'll take the Kina and then they'll burn it through a different system.
Exactly.
Yeah,
and the game is just keep going to be flooded with kuna.
But then as people don't need it as much, then it will obviously go up the Kina.
That is
amount,
the issue.
right?
So what is going to end up happening, the kuna to Kina ratio will escalate in the way that, you know, the passes, you can buy them. So I guess it's going to relate towards the pricing of the passes in some way.
Okay. Got you. Okay, so the assumption though is that Kina will just be something that you farm like through killing shit in dungeons, etc. Right? That's the assumption.
That's already been. We have seen it. That's clear. Yeah. Everything we do, we are getting good amount of Kina, and
Okay. All right. So things will probably cost more Kina because people will get more of it. But I'm assuming they're probably gonna have to burn it a lot through different systems. So you'll probably need a lot of it just in general, then, right?
Oh, you definitely, because literally anything and everything in the game costs Kina.
Yeah.
You need Kina to move around. You need Kina to upgrading. When you're upgrading items, you need Kina to acquire the items. You need Kina to put the item in, and every stage increases the Kina. You need Kina for the hidden black market in game. Literally, like this. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm getting at? Like, you need Kina.
Yeah. I mean, this sounds like it. You know? This sounds like an MMO. Yeah, I got you. But you can farm it. Yeah. The idea is that you can farm a ton of it.
You can farm it. Yeah. I mean, a free-to-play player would need 2-3 weeks longer. Than a pay to win, of course, but it is doable. It is doable to play the game completely free to play. So what I keep saying, and even my document is reflecting, if you play completely free to play, it will feel like an RPG. And if you pay the first subscription, it will become an mmorpg. But the first subscription is completely doable if you are willing to grind for hours. Now, I would never do that. But if people want to do that, that is a possibility.
You're in that whale shit, bro. You're dropping $400 on Aion 1. You know what I mean? Okay, I got you. So but obviously, like, because the way I see it is like, if you don't like the game, you'll end up getting the trading feature. If you just want to try it out, you can try the game out without trading. But like, essentially,
for sure.
I mean, you're going to progress way slower without trade, right? Like, you have to have trade.
For sure. 100%. Yes.
Okay. So it's more of just like an optional testing phase. And if you like it, but if you want to just fuck around and not pay anything, you can. Okay. So that makes sense. And then the battle passes, do you know if you can earn those like thrown through just in-game currency, or do you have to, it said that you could just earn it through in-game, correct? Is that correct or no?
Yes.
Okay.
What do you mean? Like, you can get the.
Can you buy those with Kuna, right? You say it again.
Just the battle pass. The battle pass, you can buy both of them for Kuna.
Okay.
One cost 1,000 Kuna, and the other one costs 1,500 Kuna.
Okay, and you were saying that you recommend people like progress through the free-to-play track, and then at the end, when it's more, because the price is set, right? To get it when it's cheaper.
So this is my take on it. If you are a low spender, and that I don't mean any disrespect in that direction, and you pay for the battle pass with real money, it's your own fault.
Okay,
because you can literally grind for it. You know.
Okay, so you'd recommend buying it though when the price of Kuna is like less. Right, when it costs less.
I would even recommend people to have an eye on the market at the very beginning and try to buy as much Kuna from the whales as possible. Because at the beginning, people are hyped, especially the Aion 1 people.
That's how Lost Ark was.
So they're going to be, like they're going to be spending for no reason. And then you can go ahead and sell that Kuna later on, even for higher Kina amounts.
Yes. Oh, because you can sell it back. Oh, yes, that makes sense.
You need the first subscription.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah, but that makes a lot of sense because it'll inflate, right? Like, because people will earn more Kina, which makes the relative cost of the Kuna like maybe less, but you get way more. That's like fish. It's like investing in blue crystals or fish. I remember this shit. Yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
Exactly.
So buying it earlier when it's worth, it's like an investment. Like I understand. Yeah.
It is.
It's like some straight stock shit. Yeah. All right. Well, it's like the fish thing all over again, guys. If you're trying to play. Just buy it early, and then when it goes up in value, then sell it and get more money for your stuff back. All right. Well, I know what I'm doing. We had this. We had this before. I've experienced this before. Okay, makes sense.
Oh, okay.
All right. Let's talk about. So the rest of it, it's pay to win, like you said. I understand it. Like everything costs Kina, but I want to talk about the Godstones. So Godstones, you said you saw it, like they didn't talk about it, you said, but you saw it on the screen, right?
Yeah, sadly, there was a video that I uploaded yesterday where they just went deep into Godstones and
Oh,
I
they
just
talked about
literally
it?
said yes
Okay.
yesterday. First I saw it, and then I was obviously claiming on the on the document that I saw it, and then obviously
Yeah.
a lot of veterans were like, "Shut the fuck up! Why are you talking shit?" but then, I literally showed them the screenshot and everything. I was like, "Bro, it's there. Like we have Godstones," and yeah, I mean now they clearly came out and said yesterday in a stream in the video that they uploaded where they spoke about different systems that literally just said straight up, good guys, these are Godstones and this is how you can acquire them and whatnot.
So
So
what
yeah.
do they say regarding to acquire them? Because can you buy Godstones with Kina on the market?
So far we have not seen any option that restricts you from it. But
Okay.
the like acquiring it is so basically just the daily grind. Whatever you do, you have the possibility to drop
Oh, they
Godstones.
drop too. So they can drop,
Yeah, like
and then you would
in
assume you can put
dungeons
them
and
on the
whatnot. Yeah.
broker, right?
Yes, that's what I'm assuming. You can
So
put them on the broker.
what
Yes.
okay. So what I'm trying to understand is like, let's say the game comes out. I mean, it's just obviously pay
Yes.
to win, like any cream up. But let's say the game comes out and then I juice the fuck up. I get all of my gear to 15. I max everything out, right? Why do you feel
Yes.
like Godstones are more? Because I know it's a big damage increase, right? I understand that.
Okay.
Why do you feel like that's more impactful? If you can earn, like, if you can earn them, it's an item that you can
Mhm,
earn, drop whatever purchase for Kina or just straight up buy
mhm.
whatever. And that's a very powerful item. Why do you think that's more impactful than me, like Exhibit A whale that just maxes out everything else? Like, isn't that very similar? It's just another item that I could speed run that you would take you longer to get.
Technically, yes, I agree with you, but
Okay.
so where I'm coming from
Mm-hmm.
is the fact that now, so get this, right? PvP, which a lot of people is the most thing that they're competitive with, right?
Sure.
PvE, of course, you can do a lot of bullshit in there too, but PvE also has ranking, and PvE would matter, in my opinion, more if in the end of the day, when I'm doing PvE, I'm getting advantage for PvP. That is at least my brain, how I
Yeah, I
work,
got
right?
you. Makes sense. Yeah.
Now, you don't have to agree with me, chat, or anybody else, but like this is again explanation. I'm trying to explain how I think about it. Now,
Sure.
in PvP, you need Abyss points to buy you gear, and Abyss points is only like 80% you get from PvP content, and 20% or 30% you get from random bullshit in game. Now, during PvP, when you die, you lose huge amounts of of Abyss points, and when you obviously win, you get more.
And you're referring to
And
like
you can
the scheduled activity PvP, not the arena, right? I'm assuming you don't lose anything in
no,
arena.
I'm talking in general, all of it,
Okay.
because Arena gives you unlimited. Also, technically, Arena does give you unlimited PvP Abyss points, but they have changed the system now. If you lose, you get nothing. You only gain something if you win. So you must be winning continuously to getting
Sure.
a
But you
huge
can't
amount of
you
Abyss
can't
points.
lose, correct? You can't lose points
You do lose points because
in
if
arena.
you go no in Arena you don't
Oh,
lose
in
points,
arena.
but
Yeah, that's what I understand. Okay. That'd
yeah,
be
but if
weird. It's like, I want to
you
queue arena. I don't want to get fucked for, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, yeah,
true, true, true.
yeah.
If you go in the bottom to the Abyss points tab
Mm-hmm.
from the document,
Dude, this
because
is
that will
a
just
brisk
make it a
ranking
little
or a
bit
brisk
more
shop? Which one?
Arena, I think it would be.
Dude,
Abyss shop. Sorry, go to Abyss
this
shop.
is a
Sorry.
crazy document. You fucking love this game. This is insane, bro. Oh, you even have the classes too.
Yeah,
Holy
yeah, yeah.
shit. Wait, where did you even
Uh,
find these? These like
yeah,
skill
bro.
breakdowns.
Literally, so it's not just me. It's on the first tab. You see the people who are involved in this. We have been combing
Wow.
through every single stream, video, document, anything that gave us something. We
Yo.
translated it in different languages and compared it with Aion 1 with other stuff, and then we created this.
Wow.
Oh
Yo,
yeah, if
W's
you
in the chat for Philo, guys. This is crazy. I'm just saying, like, whatever, just having him on. Like, this is so much effort. The guy literally went through every fucking class, all of the skills, translated it. Like, this is still a lot of work, bro. I respect that. It's cool, man. It's like,
yeah, I do have the
it's nice.
Elementalist as well. I just need to put it in, but like I'm gonna do it afterwards. So
Yeah, that's
yeah.
very cool.
Um,
Yeah, a
okay,
bishop.
so this is what I was talking about. So on the left side, you see the first gear set, the first one, right?
Mm-hmm.
And eventually you're gonna start with that one, and then you're gonna proceed to buying the higher ones. Now, for the first one, the smallest piece cost 59,000. Now, 59,000 is the amount which you're not gonna have in the first 5 seconds, obviously. It's
Uh-huh.
gonna take you some time to grind that. If you compare it with Aeon 1, it should take you like a week or two, or even 3 weeks, depending on how active you are to get those numbers. And this is where I'm coming from. And
you mean
maybe
the left column here, or which we're
yeah,
looking at?
the left one is the first one, exactly.
Okay,
The left
this
one.
right here.
So the sub officer gear, and then the centurion gear, and then the tribunus gear, and the commander gear. So eventually, the best PvP gear is the commander gear, but it's gonna take you some
Oh,
time
so
to buy them.
you work your way. Oh, so you do PvP, you
Yes,
earn abyss
yes,
points, and you spend the
yes,
abyss points on PvP gear.
yes.
Oh, that's pretty
Now
cool.
here's where it goes tricky. Now here's where
Okay.
you go tricky. At the bottom, you see Abyss ranking, the tab.
Yeah.
Just for a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you see on the left side, we have each server, and that is server based. And so Asmos have their own, Ilios have their own. Each server has one supreme commander, and then 3 commanders, and so on. So it's like the ranking, basically, right? So
Mhm.
you need the amount of abyss points to have on your character to be
Oh,
in
so
the
you spend points, you
rank.
lose ranking points?
Exactly,
Oh,
exactly.
wow.
So
Okay, that's
you
interesting.
you rank up to buy the pieces, and
Yeah.
then you sell, like, use the points, and you lose. But now here's another twist. If you kill high ranks, so if you would kill in Aeon 1, if you would kill the rank 1, you would get single-handedly 15,000 points, and he would lose 15,000 points, you know? So now,
Yeah.
and that's with one death. And now imagine mass PvP, you
Wait, that
keep
sounds so
focusing the high
fun.
rank, keep
I like
going, and
this. That's
that's
cool.
literally the point.
I like it,
Because
yeah.
I was governor in Aeon 1 for some time, and I like to play, or like at nighttime I look to play solo, I not with the group. So
Yeah.
I die a lot, bro. There were literally days where I would lose 100, 200k abyss points in
Holy
a single
shit.
game, you know?
Holy shit. Okay. Wow.
It's just super
Wait, so
fun
how
in
is
that
that going to
sense.
work though with the scheduled hours? Like, it's going to be hard to get points. No, and is it just going to be arena spamming to get points then? Because like you only get a couple.
Well,
Like,
that's the point. That is the point. If
yeah,
you go to, I think it's called
dude, I
in-depth
love this. This is
PvP.
so fun. I love learning from you. This document's great. What do you want me to go to now? I'm learning so much. Yeah.
The in-depth PvP.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, you got this too.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I've said that this is the only information we have, so that's why I didn't really go deep into it. But you have arenas, 1v1 arenas, 4v4 arenas. You
Mm-hmm.
have battlegrounds, 8v8 battlegrounds. This is like your typical. I mean, you come from shoot. I've seen you play shooter games. I'm assuming. I remember. I think.
In the shooters,
And
no, I played, bro. I played WoW Arena. I definitely did not play shooters.
oh, okay, sorry.
I have
Then
MMO aim, bro. You're thinking of the
sorry.
wrong person. No, you're fine.
Oh, sorry.
You're fine. You're
Okay.
fine. You're
So,
fine. You're fine.
so what I'm trying to say is, I mean, we all have seen those battlegrounds where you do like
Yeah.
payload and like capture the
Yeah.
flag
For
and all that.
sure.
So they already complained in their stream. They said we have multiple options for you, but right now we only gonna like at start we only gonna give you payload. So this is like the
Oh, so we're getting
8v8 arena,
battleground.
basically.
So the 8v8
Yes,
arena is objective based. It's not just, it's like literally a
yes,
battleground. Oh, that
yes,
makes
yes,
way
yes,
more sense. Okay, that's
yes.
fire. Okay, cool.
So we have the arenas 1v1, 4v4, and then 8v8 battlegrounds. And now
Okay.
this is where Aion gets interesting. We have the abyss and we have rifting. Now these are two different things. People usually compare them, but like together, but they're two different things. Abyss is a map where so Aion is built in. We have Helios faction, which is the
Yeah.
angels, basically you can call them, on one server, and then we have the Asmo faction, which is the other faction, right? Now, they're technically not going to meet each other. I'm going to come to the rifting in a few seconds to the
Okay.
Aion veterans in the chat who's going to start crying now. They're not going to meet each other unless they go to the map, which is called the Abyss. So the Abyss is like
Fused map.
it has high drops. It has high drops. It is open world PvP, and you can go there and you can do literally 100 versus 100, 500 versus 500. In Aeon 1, that place had sieges, so you had to capture fortresses. You would literally do 500 versus 500, because I was like, back in OG days, I was the leader for the Helios faction for sieges. So we would be like all in the team speak, and we'd be like screaming and shouting and we would be tackling the fortresses
TeamSpeak
and
is
then
crazy.
capturing the fortresses back in the days, long time ago.
Yeah.
So this is what the Abyss is for. But you can now, since we do not have sieges, it's just a huge area with a lot of strong mobs where you can go and you can grind mobs. Now,
So
this is the thing.
you said you make more. That's like a place to go get big farm, right? Is that what you're kind of
Yes,
saying
big
here?
farm.
Okay.
Also, every single mob drops Abyss points. So technically, you could go there and just grind Abyss, like the mobs over there. Now, the amount you get is really low. It's like 20 to 50 Abyss points. And as you go higher rank, the amount lowers even, okay? But still, it's like a good place to be to do that, because people are gonna be going there that place to find each other to do PvP. And this
Okay.
is like the place where you want to be open PvP.
Yeah.
Okay. Now the problem is that sadly, I mean, always when NCSoft brings something good out, they have to fuck it up in a certain way. The location is kind of time limited. You can only be in the Abyss for 7
Yeah, I heard
hours.
about that. 7 hours, is it a
Now we
day? Is it a day?
No, in a week, but we have
Okay.
already seen
So
that
an
you
hour
can
a day.
increase it for 7 hours with Abyss points. So we need to
Oh,
see
okay.
if it,
Okay.
you know, so it's
I
gonna
heard it
be
was 1
14
hour a
hours.
day, so 7 hours a week makes sense. Okay,
Yeah.
got
Now
you.
it's up to you if you want to do it 7 in one day, or if you want to do 1 hour.
Okay, so
You know
this is
what I
like an
mean? Like that.
activity though. This is like something you would do per week.
Yes.
You can do it. So they give
Yes.
you 7 hours a week. You can do it all in one session. You can do it all per day, but you go
Yes.
out there and it's an open world area where you battle
Yes.
the other
But
faction. You're saying, and you try to get.
y-
So do you, when you die there, you lose Abyss points.
that is exactly what I was coming at.
Okay, yeah, yeah. This
So
is
the
fun.
7
I'm
hours
having a
on
great
the stream,
time. Yeah. Okay, yeah.
7 hours eventually are gonna be obviously you can increase it for another 7 hours, so you have 14 hours already by the get-go, right? So
Okay.
that is 14 hours that you can spend on your own time when you go there. Now this place will offer killing quests, PvP killing quests, and dailies and weeklies, probably, because that's how it was in Aion 1, to make sure that players will go there like to do the quests or grind or whatever, and it gives you higher drop rates. So it's a place to be, literally. So you'll see groups, even solo people, going in and just trying to kill each other like there's no tomorrow.
Okay.
So
Got
yeah.
you. Okay.
Now you can apparently also get time from quests, but we have not seen it. We have not only seen 7 hours in the shop of the Abyss points. Now
Got
the
you.
last thing is rifting.
Mhm.
The rifting is a feature that is one of the biggest features from Aion 1. It lets you from your normal like cities or places or whatever, from Elysia to Asmodee, you randomly have a rift or a thing in front of you that you can click on, and then you can teleport to the Asmodean world, or vice versa. And then you can go to their place where they're questing, chilling, whatever, life skilling, and you can start killing them randomly.
Got you.
Each
Okay.
rift starts at level 20, and it has a limit of 100 people that can enter. Now, this is the thing, again, when they do something good, they have to fuck it up. You can only stay there for 1 hour, then you get teleported back, regardless if you bind yourself there or whatever. But right now, they have set it a daily limit of 1 hour.
Wait, so you saying a rift is where you invade them, kind of, while they're just doing shit?
Yes.
That's
Yes.
fucked.
Now you could take 20 of your friends and be like, oh, let's just go there and let's just annoy them. And then what usually
That's
happens
so
in LFP,
fucked.
in world chat, people start saying, oh, we have Elios here, please come and help me. Because,
Wait,
you know,
that's
people not
dude, I
quest
love
anymore.
this. Is like my kind of shit.
And it
Like
will come.
personally, you know what I mean? I just do a lot of raids nowadays.
Yeah.
But I love this kind of shit. Okay, that sounds so fun.
That is where the fun comes in, because then you have randomly those wars between Elios and Asmodean.
Yeah,
And
dude.
usually there
Yeah.
are also hotspots where a lot of people usually end up being all the time. And if you want PvP, that is like basically the place to be most of the time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just
Yeah.
like the fact that it has 1 hour limit daily.
Yeah,
but
I get you. I understand from your perspective of why. I think they're probably trying to make it a little bit more approachable and casual for some people, right? They're trying to make it apply to more people, I think. Because some people don't
Yeah,
fuck with that. You know what I mean? Like they don't want to be farming
Well-
and then just get dropped on like some Fortnite shit, like by a squad of people, you know? But I do think it sounds so fun to do. I'm going to have a great time doing that. Wow.
Oh, definitely. Oh, definitely. Yeah. I mean, in the end of the day, if you compare it again to Aion 1, usually what happens is people, literally PvP players, I know PvP players who have not done a single PvE in their life, and they spend it all in the open world and killing people for hours and hours and hours.
Yeah. Okay.
Not tired of it.
And and then you earn these points, and then you'll with these points you also get a benefit of PvE because you're getting like better drops, right? In general, maybe you're making more money or something.
In Aion, yeah, true. And that,
Okay.
like that is definitely true. But in Aion, PvP gear comes with PvP stats, PvP attack, and PvP defense.
Sure. What about the
So-
Kina farm? Though? I
so-
understand that. I understand there's PvP gear, which
Yeah,
I think
of
is good. But is there you make even the farms better?
Yeah, I mean, according to them, you have better drops in the abyss. Now,
Okay.
that is all they said. They said you have better drops in the abyss.
Yeah.
We don't know what that means.
Yeah,
we
I
don't
got
know what
you.
that means. Well, so we have to see. But they
I
have
got
to
you.
make it, like, because they need to give the players a reason to go there. So if it's just giving you 5k abyss point, Kina more in the drops, then nobody's gonna give a fuck.
No
you
one's
know
gonna
what I
give
mean?
a fuck unless you like PvP, which is also okay, right? If you want to get gear for PvP. Okay, so there's separate PvP gear, and you get it from a vendor or whatever, and you spend the points that you earn through PvP.
Yes.
Super interesting. Sorry,
And you
go
can
for it.
also buy other items. If you see on the right column,
Yeah.
you can buy mana potions, HP potions, and those magic stones, abyssal crystal. Then you have the 3 items, the Kisk, which are portable items that you can use to bind yourself to a location for 2 hours. So if you die, you get resurrected. And there you see the 7 quantity. This is like the Rift stone, which is the stone you need to increase your hourly entry, basically.
Okay.
For
Oh, right here. I
the
see
abyss.
this thing.
Yeah,
So you can increase
exactly.
your entry to stay longer.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
I
And
got
then you
you.
have 2 more, like you kind of need, even as a PvE player, you kind of need those crystals. You need to be, like, they will reset probably on a weekly basis, I'm assuming. So need to be buying the 25 and the 100.
Okay.
So you can, because it gives your character growth,
And that
like,
costs abyss points as well, right?
exactly.
That's the
So you
idea.
need abyss points. Yes, yes,
Got
yes.
you. So you're going to be like fluctuating across the rankings quite a bit because you're going to be getting in there, farming or getting points, then
Yes,
spending it on gear to get stronger, but then you go down in the ranking, which means you earn less, and then you climb again,
yes,
and then I see. That sounds fun though.
yeah.
Okay. Interesting. Fuck, I want to go back to this. I mean, we kind of went away from the Godstone thing a little bit.
Yeah, I was getting at the point why that still
No,
is
it was
pay
my
to
fault. It
win,
was my
because
fault. Yeah.
it's okay, no worries. It's okay. So the thing with buying the gear now, yeah, with the smaller numbers, it makes sense. You probably clearly see that with the small numbers, of
Yo,
course,
thank
it's
you,
not gonna take
Jen.
you as long. But now imagine you buying the pieces, which cost a little bit more. It's gonna take you a few weeks to acquire the points for it, right? Now this is where I'm coming from. And again, I could be talking out of my ass, but this is where I'm coming from. If you need 2, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 5 weeks to acquire one item to complete the set, of course, couldn't you technically use that time to be gathering the materials you need to upgrade it and enchant it and everything to max?
Yeah.
So in that case, does it really matter if your one piece like plus 15, maxed out stats, everything is done, but then you buy the second piece in the time when you buy the second piece? Does it really matter if you have 500 enchantment stones laying in your storage or 1,000 enchantment stones? This is where I'm coming in, because it's like, technically I understand, because people usually counter argue with, oh yeah, but you can upgrade the items with Kina, so it makes it pay to win. Yeah, technically it does, but at the end of the day, if you don't have the item, you can't upgrade the item. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This is like just literally like my point. Again, people don't have to agree with me, but it just will take time till people will have the gear, and in that time frame, it's not gonna matter as much.
Okay. But then why are you the Godstones you're more concerned about because they're just so impactful?
Yeah, the Godstones, because that directly adds an RNG factor into your fighting.
For
Because you have
PvE though, I get the PvP part, of course, but for the PvE part, do you have the same
for
kind
the
of opinion or?
in Aion 1, I had the same opinion, because in Aion 1, directly abyss points amount that you would get in siege would correlate with your DPS. So if you would do more DPS on a dungeon, or like on a siege boss, then obviously you would get more abyss points, and that would make it pay to win again, in my opinion. From what we have seen currently, you can go into the dungeons and places, and you can grind elites, and that is where the Godstones will shine. So
Okay, got you. So
it
just
kind of is, but it kind of isn't. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it goes both ways, because it has an impact. Definitely, it has an impact, but the impact is purely PvE so far. It's not that big of a deal.
okay, but you can
But
get them from to drop, or you can get them. You can farm
yeah,
Kina
of
to
course.
get them. Okay, so it's not like
Yes,
an
yes, yes.
unattainable item. Okay, I see.
Yeah,
And then did you see? You said they had it in the shop, but you just straight up saw it. Like you could buy it for like whatever. What's the Kuna currency? What is it
yeah.
called? You saw it there.
No, it's for Kina. It's for Kina. So there's
Oh,
and
the
this is
black
again,
the black
when
market thing.
when they're always they fuck up with something. So there's a black market.
Yeah.
And in the black market, it has 3 pages, and on one of the pages, and it shows you the item is gonna disappear in 4 hours, because it resets every 4 hours. And then I saw the Godstone in there for 1.9 million, I think it was, Kina.
Mm-hmm.
And now, of course, if I see an item like that, I wanna use it.
Yeah,
I wanna have
100%. Yeah,
it.
get it.
So
Yeah.
if I don't have the Kina, I would go ahead, Kina exchange, blah blah blah. I would go get the item, and
Yeah.
you know what I mean, like.
Yeah. And then the when you put in a Godstone, it's gone forever once you put it on? Is it on a piece of gear? You put it on a weapon or something and it's gone forever?
No, you put it on a weapon. Let me actually, yeah, you put it on a weapon, and you can like remove it, as in you lose it though. If you remove it, you lose it. You can put another one on top of it. What I'm trying to say is Godstone generally are not the issue. There are certain Godstones which are the issue. That is the difference.
Okay.
So If like during a fight you're doing 25 more damage each time it procs, that is not gonna do huge, right?
Yeah.
But there are some, so for example, there are silence Godstones, which silence your opponent, so you can't use skills anymore. There are para Godstones, which paralyze the opponent, literally. Blind Godstones, root Godstones, you know, so it's like the CC ones are really, really crazy. And the DPS Godstones usually just do more damage. It's like 1%, you each time it procs, you do another 4k on the mob. Something like that, you know, and it goes in that direction.
Got you. Okay. I see. So they're just like, they just add RNG procs to stuff. But I just want to confirm, like, you can't have a pool of Godstones that you replace in and out. It's like one thing that you get.
No,
and
no,
then
no.
once you take it out, it's gone.
Yeah, the like in Aion 1 to this day, the Para Godstone is one of the most expensive. Like in Classic right now, you could literally sell it for 800 million. Now you're going to be like, okay, but what is 800 million? What does it tell me? So 800 million comparison is like, money-wise, it's like 300 bucks, roughly like that.
Okay.
So...
But then once you use it, like, that's it. You put on a good weapon or something that you're not going to take off, right?
Yeah, you put it on your weapon. Usually what I would recommend is just holding it till you have a weapon that you're gonna, like an end weapon, rather than spending it on a random bullshit weapon, right?
Okay. Got you. I was actually a joy to listen to you talk about the game. So I'll probably ask you some more questions. And
Me anytime. And I can just say quickly, guys, if you have any questions, just message me on the Discord, like ask on the Discord.
Sure.
Or message me.
You're going to be streaming, yeah?
Yeah, I'll try.
I'll link it. Here's a stream, guys. You want to give him a follow, ask him questions. Seems super knowledgeable at the game. Maybe get some good info from him for sure. And appreciate the doc. And thanks for your time for answering all those questions.
Definitely, man. Thank you for reaching out.
Yep, of course. Thank you so much, sir. I'll talk to you soon.
You're welcome, man.
All
okay,
right.
I'm going to leave.
Yeah, take it easy, sir. Yep.
Bye.
Damn. That guy was hella nice. I actually liked him. He was funny. He was not what I expected. He was actually pretty informative, but also he was just good at talking. Like, he was not awkward. I actually enjoyed talking to him quite a bit.